Hi friends, welcome back to my channel for another day of Vlogmas. Excuse the lighting, I don't know how it looks right now. I feel like it looks a little weird, but I really wanted to film this Q&A for you guys with the tree all lit up in the back, and the only way to do that and actually make it look good was if I were to film this at night, and usually I film during the day with like natural lighting. I feel like that looks the best, so bear with me on the lighting. Hopefully when I actually like upload this, it doesn't look too horrible. But for today's Vlogmas, I thought we would sit down and do a little bit of a Q&A. I worked today, and I mean I worked all week long, but I didn't want to bore you guys with yet another work vlog because my work days look exactly the same every single day pretty much. Although I will say I did end up going to Target today, and I wish I would have brought my camera so I could like take you guys along with me, because that would have been something fun and different to do. But I did not. So here we are filming a Q&A because I didn't know what else to film for you guys for Vlogmas, and we still have like 18 days or something to go of Vlogmas. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to see for Vlogmas, be sure to let me know. I still have a few other fun festive videos planned, but not every day, unfortunately, can be like that because I do have adult responsibilities. So today we are going to do a Q&A. I have the questions saved on my phone. Ignore my ugly broken pop socket, but I did ask you guys questions, and so that's what we're gonna do. The number one question that I get asked on my YouTube videos for the last 2 years, even though if you would just go to my profile, you would know the answer to this question, and that is, are you still in law school? Yes, I am still in law school. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm not. I think people find a handful of my videos that have been popular in regards to law school, and they don't look at the rest of my channel before they ask me if I am still in law school. So yes, I am still in law school. I am about halfway through my 4th and final year of law school. I graduate roughly in May. I think I'm gonna take my finals the last day of April. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but I'm almost done. I'm so ready to be done. I can't wait. I'm like so close but so far, and it's like taken a long time to get here, but at the same time has flown by, so it's crazy. I can't believe I'm about to be done with school, possibly forever. I won't say ever because I do love school, so you never know. I could end up one day going back to get like another bachelor's degree or a master's. You never know. Second most asked question I get is if I find my law school to be worth it, and if it worries me that my school's attrition rate is so high. So part one to this question, yes, I 100% think it's worth it. You can get a law degree without going into debt, and you can still work while you're in school or care for your family or whatever other responsibilities you have going on in your life. The second part to this question about the attrition rate, yes, it is high, but no, it does not worry me because two things. First, those numbers are someone else's measurements, not my own, and the school has a very, very high acceptance rate. Almost everyone gets accepted as long as you meet the necessary requirements. So that is why the numbers for the attrition rates are so high. So many people apply thinking they can do law school, and then they don't actually put in the time and the effort. They don't take it seriously, they're not dedicated enough, and then they fail, and then they drop out because they fail. And you know, that is a reflection of them, not me. So no, that does not worry me because I know that I'm a hard worker. I mean, I made it this far already, but I do get asked this question all the time, and there's so many people that are concerned by like the statistics of the school, but I mean, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you don't give it your all, you're not gonna make it in law school, and that's just the honest truth. And it's gonna be like that with every law school. If you were to go to Stanford Law or some big Ivy League school, if you don't put in the effort to do well, you're not gonna do well. So it's really just a measurement of your own dedication and hard work. Next question, and I promise these aren't all about law school, but that is the majority of the questions that I get asked, and that is, what made me go to law school. And I know I talked about this probably almost 4 years ago in a different video, and I went through a lot of hardships when I was a child. I unfortunately had to experience all of the court's messiness, and I had to experience firsthand justice not being served, and I really just want to be able to play one little tiny small part in doing better. So that is my reason for going to law school. If I could just be that 1% to help make a difference, then that's all that matters. Next question, what year of law school has been the hardest? And honestly, I think first year is definitely the hardest. I know a lot of people say like second or third, but I definitely think first year is the hardest, at least for me personally, because that's when you're trying to get the hang of things. You don't really know what to expect on your exams. You're learning so much. You're starting at the bare basics, whereas second, third, and even fourth year, everything builds upon what you learned in first year, and even second and third. Like every year as you progress, everything builds on top of each other. So it's really important to like have a good foundation your first year of law school and start getting into all of those habits and all of that. What area of law am I planning on practicing? And this is the question of the hour. I actually have no clue. So when I first started law school, I went in thinking I wanted to do family law. And then at the beginning of 4L, that kind of changed. I started taking my wills class, and that was the first class where I could really like envision myself practicing in that area. I have really enjoyed wills a lot. So I was thinking I might want to do something like that. But I do live in such a small rural area that I think if I stayed here, I want to do something involved in my government, because unfortunately they are the best and probably the only good employer around here. There's not really any large companies or corporations or anything like that, so I don't have many options to choose from here. So I'm kind of leaning into that. I don't really want to do criminal law though, so I'm having a hard time with that, but we'll kind of see where it takes me. I still have pretty much a year until I'm done with the bar. Another question that I got asked is what are my post-grad plans, and they're kind of up in the air right now. I don't even know when I'm gonna take the bar, if I'm gonna take it in July or February of 2026, which it seems so far away. So my dilemma is that if I take it in July, I feel like I'm not gonna have enough time to prep and study for the bar. But if I take it in February, I feel like that's just a little too far away. I still want to have some of the knowledge like fresh in my head, but I also don't want to be like underprepared. So I still haven't decided when I want to take the bar, and I feel like that kind of depends on what I'm going to do career-wise as well. I did recently start a new job working in my local government, and I do really enjoy it so far, but I don't see that being a long-term option just because in that department there's nowhere for me to be able to practice as an attorney. So I'm not really sure yet what I want to do, but I think at least I will stay where I'm at for a year or two at a minimum and just try to learn like as much as I can there, because I think it's really helpful when you are able to work in other areas, because it gives you a different viewpoint of certain things and a different way to like look at how all of the pieces connect and how everything works together, especially when you're working in government. Like to be able to see firsthand all the moving pieces on how all of the departments work together, I think it's really a great experience for you to have. So my post-grad plans are still up in the air, and going hand in hand with that, I think that what I want to do post-grad depends on what area I want to practice in. Just kind of depends on my post-grad plans, which I still don't have a clue. So would I move back to Washington, DC? Yes, I 100% would move back to DC in a heartbeat. We loved it there. We loved the area. We loved our jobs. Everything about it was amazing, except I don't think I could ever see us raising kids there or like having a family there. So that's my only dilemma. And it's also like far away from the rest of our family. But the culture in that area is very different from where we live in California, and it's just not an environment that I would want to raise kids in. It was so much fun living there. It was such a great experience, and who knows where we might end up next. You never know. What are my top 5 books that I have read so far in 2024? So I have read 25 books so far in 2024. My goal is 30, so I have 5 more books to read before the end of the year. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I will show you guys like what's on my TBR after I show you my top 5. So in no particular order, I have 3 physical books here and then 2 I just borrowed from the library. This was the first one that I read, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is the prequel to the whole Hunger Games series, and they recently announced that there will be a second prequel book. I believe it comes out in March, and then they already are planning on making a movie out of it, which will come out the following year, 2026. So I did really enjoy this. It was kind of like slow and boring, I thought, for the first half, but the very end when everything started to click, I was like jaw on the floor. Another one I really enjoyed is The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hilderbrand. I didn't love 28 Summers, which was the first book I read by her, so I was a little bit skeptical going into this, but I really enjoyed the story and all of the characters. This follows multiple point of views of a hotel in Nantucket, and there's like a little bit of a mystery to it, and you get like some of the juicy drama of their lives living on Nantucket. So I really enjoyed this. This is a good like summer beachy read. And I also loved Crown of Midnight. This is either the second or the third book in the Throne of Glass series, depending how you look at it. There's a prequel book that you can either read first or third. I chose to read the prequel third, so I read this book second, and I did enjoy this a lot more than Throne of Glass. I found Throne of Glass to be a little bit boring. Not a lot happened in it, but this book, another one, jaw was on the floor. I love this book. This book was so good. So I'm already finding myself wanting to go back and reread this book because I enjoyed it that much. Definitely in my top 5, and then the other 2 that I read I borrowed from the library. So the first one was The Happy Place by Emily Henry. I really enjoyed this. I heard mixed reviews. I did not enjoy The Perfect Vacation by her at all. I actually almost DNF'd it like multiple times. It took me probably 8 months to read that book. I should have DNF'd it at that point, but I really enjoyed The Happy Place. I really enjoyed the characters. I love summer, so any book that's like set in summertime, I just eat it up. And I think that one is also based in Nantucket or somewhere like beachy on the New England coast. So that's probably a big reason why I love that book so much, but I really enjoyed it. And then the last one was The 7-Year Slip. I also read mixed reviews about this one. A lot of people said they didn't like it. And I will say I did figure out what was going to happen like very early on, but I still really enjoyed it. I really loved all the characters. I loved how one of the main characters was a chef. I thought that was really fun. I loved a little bit of the time traveling aspect to it, so that was really nice. And then as for the 5 books to complete my 2024 reading goal, like I said, I am currently reading The Assassin's Blade. I don't know, almost halfway through it. So this is one that I'm trying to finish. I'm also in the middle of listening to an audiobook, The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I think I have about 6 hours left on that one, so I should be able to finish it this week. I've been listening to it in the car on my way to and from work. I then shared it in one of my Vlogmas videos. I picked up this book, Love in Winter Wonderland, from Target, so this is one that I'm going to be reading. Definitely a Christmassy read. I also am going to order How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I've heard really good things about that book, so I'm gonna order that one to read as well. And then my last one that I'm hoping to get to before the end of the year is The Frozen River. This is like a historical fiction. I've heard really good things about this one. All right, last question is, do I have any upcoming trips planned? And at the moment, we don't have anything planned. I'm actually really sad that we didn't get to do as much traveling in 2024 as we wanted to. At the very beginning of 2024, we did make a trip back out to DC, and that was really fun. We were there for a week, I think. And then in April, I spent 2 weeks in Las Vegas. Zach actually went to London, Munich, and Amsterdam on his brother's bachelor trip. So he did go on a pretty big trip, but I did not do anything else. He actually didn't go to Vegas with me either, so that was kind of my little trip. But I really wanted to go out of the country this year. That just didn't happen. There was too much going on, but we are 100% planning a trip out of the country for my graduation. I'm just having a really hard time with deciding where, because I want to go everywhere. I want to experience everything, so I just can't make up my mind and decide. So if you guys have any suggestions on where I could go for graduation, I would love some recommendations. We were originally thinking Europe, and I would love to go to Europe, but I know when I'm in Europe, I'm gonna want to be like sightseeing everything, and it's just gonna be a go, go, go trip, which is fine. However, the last few trips we've taken together have pretty much all been go, go, go trips, and we always come back from them exhausted. And I know, especially if I'm going to be studying for the bar and I'm just coming out of school for more than half my life, that I kind of just want to have more of a relaxing trip. Like maybe we go and do 1 or 2 like sightseeing activities, but the rest of the time I'd love to just like be on a beach or by the pool and just lay out in the sunshine and read and relax and eat yummy food. So having a hard time deciding with that one, but we do need to hurry up and figure it out because we are going to be taking this trip within the next year. So that is on the agenda. Other than that, we might do like a couple small trips. I would like to go to Oregon sometime in the next month or so. We have some family up there, go see them, get to go to Trader Joe's, do some shopping. I'll probably also make a trip to Sacramento, and I also want to get back to Eugene in 2025 and go see a football game. I wanted to do that this year. The dates just did not line up, so that was unfortunate. But yeah, no trips officially planned yet. However, they are in the works, and I would definitely love to do a travel vlog whenever the time may come for that. So that is going to be it for this Q&A. Hopefully this video is going to be long enough and not too long. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to enter in my Vlogmas giveaway. You can enter by leaving a comment on this video and all of my days 1 through 7 Vlogmas videos. On Vlogmas Day 8, I will be picking a winner for this first giveaway. I'm gonna have 1 giveaway a week. I think I've been forgetting to mention in my other Vlogmas videos, but the giveaway is for a $25 Amazon gift card. So if you want to enter in that, be sure to leave a comment down below, as well as in my previous Vlogmas videos. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 7. Bye.